Good evening, everybody. I take a little break there for a few days. Been really crazy busy with work. Been working a lot of hours. So what do I want to come on here and talk about tonight? First off, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's seeing my videos, and if they're touching you in some way, if they're helping you in some way, I appreciate you. I love you, and you're important in some way to somebody. Keep that in mind. So, I had a question come upon my desk, if you will, or come across my desk. And you guys have all been seeing my videos, right? You guys have kind of got a gist of things. And I ran into a lady that I used to know from way back in my high school days. Um, and she was just really excited that I'm doing as well as I am, considering the situation that we're all facing right now. And she's like, "Well, what have you done, or what have you had to do to get through all the equations that you've been through in life?" And my exact word to her was a lot of prayer. Right? There for a while, even though I'm still very uh, Bible reading, if you will. But there for a while, I turned into almost like a Buddhist monk. I get done with my day. I come home. I light myself some candles, put some incense on. I lock my door. And I go to work. Meditating, praying, trying to navigate through the minefields, right? Get up here and start doing some work, right? Going in here and doing some work. Healing wounds, right? Healing from traumas, healing from the things that nobody really knows about. Because there's so many folks on here, right? So many folks out here in the world that they don't know why they can't get straightened out. They don't know why they have this going on, and why they have that going on, why this is going on, and that, and this, and whatever. And a lot of it is because of your mindset. If you can't figure out why you can't get away from addictions, and why you can't get away from toxic environments and hostile environments, and why you can't get away from just nasty energy, people that want to take advantage of you, and people that want to use you, and people that want to talk behind your back, and this and that. It's at some point you have to make a choice. At some point you have to ask yourself, how much farther do I want to go in this kind of crap, before you make a choice to step away from it all. And that's what I did for quite a while. After my divorce, after I moved back to my hometown for my divorce, is when things really got real. Like, they got so real, like it was almost like in your face, kind of. Right? But after something like that, it gets in your face. And it goes right here. Right? Warranted the fact that it was a divorce, and my marriage was annulled at that point, after 9 years. So I had to tack that on to all the other stuff that I've experienced at one point or another in my life. And so the young lady that I ran into after 20 years of not seeing her, she asked a question of how did I get through it? Because apparently she found out that I got a divorce, and she found out a lot of the stuff that maybe I didn't tell her, inadvertently or extrovertently. Um, a lot of prayer, meditating. A lot of the times I would come in my apartment, I'd lock the door, and the only things that I would do was go to work, go to the gym, go get food, obviously, and that's it. I wouldn't go out in the town. I wouldn't go out and do much of anything because, like, at that moment, I knew that I had things to do. And it didn't involve getting in my car and going and acting a fool someplace else. It pertained to coming here and doing some self work. Nobody will speak of it, right? We just think that it's all going to get okay over time. We just think that things are going to change all by themselves and that nothing is going to require some work. And I'm not talking about clocking in at a job. I'm talking about clocking in on yourself. Right? How do you fight the addictions? You come right here. How do you evaluate the hostile environments that you're in? How do you evaluate the bad situations that you're in if you're with a not so good partner or whatever? That involves right here and asking yourself questions and evaluating the situation right here. Because you will not find the answers that you're looking for your situation from somebody else. It's a self-help situation. It's where you ask yourself and you evaluate yourself and you look at your situations and you ask yourself where I want to go from here. Do I want to stay put or do I want to move forward? Do I want to keep being exposed to this stuff or do I want something different? And as I was telling her all this, she was just like, wow, that's really provocative. Holy cow. So you did all that work on yourself. Absolutely. Because I have a job to myself to take care of myself. If up here is all rattled around and I got all this crap going on and in here is all rattled around and I got stuff going on, how in the hell am I supposed to be out here in public around people? When your head and your heart are both wired tight together and you're getting things figured out, whatever it is, that could be anything, right? I mean, think of a situation, right? If it weighs on your mind or your heart, it's one for discussion, okay? So, but I just wanted to share that little piece of information because I'm sure some of you are probably wondering, well, how does he do all this? It's sheer will, my friends. It's not giving up on number one. It's doing the work for number one because number one is the most important of all. But just wanted to come on. Love you guys. Hope you're having a great night. Until next time.